Yes, respected dearest friends, welcome another day for our being together to learn few more things from Bhagavad Gita, Bhaja Govindam and common sense. I'm sure every day you are attending regularly these three beautiful doses of inputs you are receiving for your kind information. None of these informations understandings are mine. They are all given by our gurus through our shastras, and I'm only an instrument here to pass it on to you. Therefore, put your mind on the learnings, not on the one who is giving. Have that little Shraddha, it's okay, but the drushti should be on Bhagavan Krishna, Gita, Mata, and Bhagavan Vyasa, and all Gita Acharyas who are passing on this knowledge to us, like Adi Shankara, etc. So that way, learn from these things and try to change yourself according to them and be blessed and benefited. This effort of everyday learning and changing ourselves according to the new learning, if we don't do, जहाँ है हम वहीं रह जाएंगे या नहीं तो we keep falling down in our life. So never fall, never be stagnant. Keep on adding, keep on increasing. And the best addition is the knowledge. And best deletion is the ego, all the negativities. So add on, delete all. If you go on doing, then the personality becomes chiseled, chastened, beautified. And with that beautiful, chastened, chiseled, powerful personality, you are great for yourself first. Like when I know I'm pure in my heart, when I know I have devotion to God, unconditional, when I know I have the clear wisdom, when I know I'm using all these three for the selfless, correct purpose, how great this joy can't even be explained to others. Those are at this level, they alone can understand. Let us reach to that level. That's the purpose for which we are sitting every day and trying to study through Gita. Okay? Always remember, Shastras are our mirrors. Looking at them, we have to go on beautifying, correcting our inner personality. Gita is the best for that. Hence, we took it up. Wonderful going on. So, the three topics like every day, Bhaja Govindam, as well as our common sense thought. So to our Bhagavad Gita today. We'll do Bhagavad Gita conclusion of this 14th verse. Mamevaye prapadyante maya metam tarantite. I try to complete it today. कुछ बच गया तो कल हम उसका देखेंगे. And that sloka says, difficult, impossible to cross this maya by our efforts. Only way is to surrender to the God. Today, what is the meaning of surrender? In two ways, we'll try to explain. Try to catch yourself also. Okay, let us start invoking God's and Guru's grace and learning Vajagovindam mantra. Om, Om, Om. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanao Bhunaktu Sah Viryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwarah Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. ॐ निधये सर्वविद्यानां भिषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः ॐ ज्ञानानन्दमयं देवं निर्मलं स्फटिकाकृतिम् आधारं सर्वविद्यानां हयग्रीवमुपास्महे. After doing these prarthana shlokas, today in Bhaja Govindam, we will do the 18th mantra, 1 8. Okay, in this Bhagwan, Shankara or his disciple, one of them say, कि when we are living in minimum and have non-dependency, detachment on the things of the world, how happy, how peaceful, how relaxed we are. That is, in the spiritual words, this meaning conveying shloka is this 18th one. It actually talks about a bhikshu or a sannyasi. Bhikshu means the spiritual sannyasi, not any beggar of the street. The sannyasi bhikshu is different, is high level, relying on Lord for his survival, keeping the goal only of the Lord inside, outside, to whatever extent possible, serving, loving the world. That is a way of a bhikshu or a sannyasi. About him, it is said. Earlier slokas, we were talked about how, on the name of spirituality, people go to Ganga but never gain knowledge, never go for knowledge, which alone gives mukti. So, too, on the name of sadhana, sannyasa is taken up, but sadhana is not done. The dress changed is only for the paid valne ke vaste. So, too, some people are in that panchagni tavasya, then still they don't give up asha. So to a person becoming very old with danda is walking, yet there is no giving up of the routine in him to seek bhaja govindam. See, this is how every sloka was explaining, guiding us how to change our wrong intellect convictions to right. So here about a sadhu, a sannyasi, a bhikshu, a mendicant, his greatness, his glory is said. Both बढ़िया श्लोक, I love it. सो सुरमन्दिरतरुमूलनिवासः शय्याभूतलम् अजिनं वासः सर्वपरिग्रह भोगत्यागः कस्य सुखं न करोति विरागः. This is a very subtle shloka. Try to catch. I'll tell only literal meaning. So, विरागः कस्य सुखम न करोति. बताओ कौन सा सुख नहीं है इस विराग भिक्षु सन्यासी में. वैरागी में सारे सुख होते हैं. How he lives that vairagi? Suramandira tarumulu nivasa. There is temple of the Lord, and there is a tree near the temple. In that mula he stays. Interesting, intelligently Shagara Bhagavan giving a hint to the bhikshus that don't stay in the mandira. Stay outside the mandira, there is a tree below that. Why? Because in the mandira, the pujari, the temple management, they don't allow you to stay. भगवान को पता है तभी कलयुग कैसा होगा. They may allow 1 day or 2 days. If I also, as a Swami sannyasi, want to stay in a temple all the time, they don't allow me. They have different agendas. Whatever. Therefore, Bhagwan intelligently says, एक मंदिर के बाहर पेड़ के नीचे. And why only mandir? Then anywhere you can stay. If it is no, if you are at the temple, you are reminded of your goal all the time. Then there are some astikas who can give you bhiksha so that you will not run or be worried about it. So, Suramandira Taru Mula Nivasaha. Where is he stay? Under a tree which is near a temple. And where he sleeps? You foam, I foam bed? No. Shayya Bhutalam. On the bhumi only he sleeps. What are the clothes he has got? Variety of branded clothes. Ajinam Vasaha. Ajina means on those days it was allowed the deer skin or they used to wear the bark of a tree. That's it. For their protection. So where is the stay? Under the tree near a temple. Where will he sleep? On the bhumi. What is the dress? Ajinam. Deer skin or bark of a tree. So all of that shows ki for you and I, it's a living in minimum. Shaya Bhutala Vajinam Vasa. And then Sarva Parigraha Bhoga Tyagaha. Not even one Parigraha he has got. Parigraha means accumulations. Anything, bank accounts, immobile properties, mobile properties, ornaments, 27 alminas full of the clothes. These are all the parigraha. Pari means all around. Graha means pakad ke rakhna. Possessions in English. Sarva parigraha tyagaha he is. So to live what is required through bhiksha he takes. Other than that, bhoga tyagaha. No nidra bhoga, no shabda sparsha rupa rasagandha bhoga. None of these things he is interested. Such a viragi, inside he is there in his own peace of mind. How sukham he will be in, very happy. That shows that all worries, anxieties, tensions in life are created because of all the opposite things. Not Suramandira Taru, but I want to live in a big bungalow. Not Bhutalam, but I want to sleep in a huge bed and fall down on the ground. Dresses, so many. Eateries, so many. And all parigrahas I must have. hundreds of things I want to collect it and indulge in them. So with indulgence, there is always diseases. Parigraha, there is always fear. Then the house also, the taxes, etc. You form bed, back pain ho jata hai. Then ajinam vasaha, the clothes and all, you can't wash them, maintain them. You understand? The more we want possessions, indulgences, enjoyments, the more mind is disturbed with fear or with expectation, with desire or with disappointment. You can never be sukhi. But imagine a viragi, need not worry to procure them, stay or protect them, save them, increase them. कोई भी टेंशन नहीं है. सर्व परिग्रह सर्व भोग त्याग विराग कस्य सुखम न करोति is a most happy person. That चलता हुआ योगी रमता जोगी. कहा वाह वाह रे मौज फकीरान दे. वाह वाह रे मौज फकीरान दे. जैसे पंजाबी भजन. वाट ए मौज मस्ती है एक फकीर का. फकीर मीन्स सर्व परिग्रह त्याग सर्व भोग त्याग. Our minds every day have to see cricket match. 10 minute current चलो गयो, इतना टेंशन. Some work is given at home. Oh, I will not go. I want to see the match. But पढ़ तो लो, नहीं पढ़ूंगा मैं. How much tension in the mind? Where is sukha shanti? Imagine a person like the wife or mother at home. She is not interested in cricket. So don't tension of चिल्लाना कौन सा टीम जीत रहा है कौन सा हार रहा है. She is sukham with regard to that cricket, but she is interested in serial. Then serial में क्या हो रहा है वो उसमें वो फंसती है. But the husband is not worried about it. He is worried in something. Everybody has got some bhoga, some parigraha. Therefore, they are always in dukkha. But the one who did parityaga of the bhoga and parigraha, sukham, he will be very happy. So this is what a tyagi, sannyasi, vairagi, bhikshu, in his relaxation of the mind, always meditates on Lord for his own realization, always prays to the Lord for the welfare of all. That is a glorious life. How to translate it to you and me? This much. Live for your requirements in minimum. Use all your talents, resources, either for the Lord or in the service of society. Then you see how calm, how quiet, how peaceful, how joyful will be our mind. Kasse sukham na karot. He is also Vairag. You need not take away sannyasa and go on to the roads to beg. No. Jaha bhi ho, don't have parigraha, don't depend on too much of bhoga. Then live in minimum and serve the world. There is no greater joy than that. So to add your spiritual sadhana, some devotion, some chantings, some remembrance to the Lord, glorifying His great glories and leelas. If possible, as we are studying in Gita, the knowledge about the truth or the nature of the God, that is Prakriti, Avara Prakriti, and with that is an Ishvara to create and dissolve. Beyond that is Parabrahma, untouched by them. Ye meditation thoda. In this way, when we live, life is peaceful. You should know the art of how to be peaceful. We are running behind pieces and making mind pieces, and there's no peace only. And what is your Rashi? Pieces. Out of the 12 Rashis, one is there. Wonderful, Suramandira Tarumula Nivasa. No, how's all these things? Aram se. Otherwise, the more possessions you have to maintain them, protect them, increase them. Repair is सबसे बड़ा प्रॉब्लम. इलेक्ट्रॉनिक इलेक्ट्रिकल गैजेट्स हर दिन कुछ ना कुछ गड़बड़ होता है. किसी को बुलाओ फिर वो 500,000 रुपए लेता है. टेंशन. You all know all that. So, Nivasa Suramandira Taru. Shayanam Bhutalam. Vasaha dress Ajinam. What is Parigraha? Zero. What is Bhoga? Zero. Who is he called? Viraga. How will he be? Sukham. Happy. Don't imagine that in possessing you will be happy. When you are possessing things, they possess you and make you miserable. Just leave it, give it a minimum. जीने के लिए जो चाहे उतना रखो बस. परिग्रह त्याग से आनंद शांति मिलता है. ठीक है. लेट अस चैंट दिस 11 टाइम्स. ओम श्री गोविंद परमात्मनः आद्य शंकर अनुग्रहेण परमात्मानुभव प्राप्त्यर्थम विश्व शांति कल्याणार्थम सनातन धर्मस्य वैदिक संस्कृतेः विश्वव्याप्त्यर्थम समस्त श्रोतृ भक्तॄणां समस्त सत्कर्मसु विजय प्राप्त्यर्थं भज गोविंद शास्त्र आदिशंकरकृत भज गोविंद शास्त्रांतर्गत मंत्रस्य श्लोकस्य पारायणं जपं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे. ओके स्टार्ट. सुरमन्दिरतरुमूलनिवासः शय्याभूतलमजिनं वासः सर्वपरिग्रह भोगत्यागः कस्य सुखं न करोति विरागः. सुरमन्दिरतरुमूलनिवासः शय्याभूतलमजिनं वासः सर्वपरिग्रह भोगत्यागः कस्य सुखं न करोति विरागः. सुरमन्दिरतरुमूलनिवासः शय्याभूतलमजिनं वासः सर्वपरिग्रह भोगत्यागः कस्य सुखं न करोति विरागः. सुरमन्दिरतरुमूलनिवासः शय्याभूतलमजिनं वासः सर्वपरिग्रहभोगत्यागः कस्य सुखं न करोति विरागः. सुरमन्दिरतरुमूलनिवासः शय्याभूतलमजिनं वासः सर्वपरिग्रहभोगत्यागः कस्य सुखं न करोति विरागः. सुरमन्दिरतरुमूलनिवासः शय्याभूतलमजिनं वासः सर्वपरिग्रहभोगत्यागः कस्य सुखं न करोति विरागः. सुरमन्दिरतरुमूलनिवासः शय्याभूतलमजिनं वासः सर्वपरिग्रहभोगत्यागः कस्य सुखं न करोति विरागः. सुरमन्दिरतरुमूलनिवासः शय्याभूतलमजिनं वासः सर्वपरिग्रहभोगत्यागः कस्य सुखं न करोति विरागः. सुरमन्दिरतरुमूलनिवासः शय्याभूतलमजिनं वासः सर्वपरिग्रहभोगत्यागः कस्य सुखं न करोति विरागः. सुरमन्दिरतरुमूलनिवासः शय्याभूतलमजिनं वासः सर्वपरिग्रहभोगत्यागः कस्य सुखं न करोति विरागः. सुरमन्दिरतरुमूलनिवासः शय्याभूतलमजिनं वासः सर्वपरिग्रहभोगत्यागः कस्य सुखं न करोति विरागः. So Saramsha is what? Be in the devotion and knowledge of Lord. Be in service of the world. Be in doing your duties. Apart from that, live in minimum, whether it is wearables, the livables, the eatables, etc. Thus, find peace which is within. Don't be run behind pieces to destroy the peace of mind, because peace of the mind is more valuable than anything. A peaceful mind alone can be devoted mind. Peaceful mind alone can be knowledgeable mind. Peaceful mind alone is controlled mind. Peaceful alone mind has all the inner abilities, talents awakened. A peaceful mind alone can seize the opportunities to succeed and serve the world. A mind without peace खुद ही दुखी है, and it will create such a havoc in the world, spoils all the situations, makes everything is a crisis and problem. So peace is more important. With living in minimum, doing service, devoting to the God, create that peace permanently in your life. Opposite of that, always suffering. Thank you. Now common sense thought is almost like this only. Mhm. भोगत्यागः कस्य सुखं न करोति विरागः. So, in the common sense thought today, the mischief of the mind or the mind's mischief. What mind does in its mischief is, whenever you are with anybody, okay, because of the fear of insecurity or fear of losing the selfishness, what the mind does is, it projects the thoughts as well as makes the mouth speak what? The language of differences, the language of separation, the language of division. So wherever the thought and language is that of separation, division, and differences, so there your ego is stronger. You will not gel with others. So in English, लेकिन हिंदी में जलते रहोगे, you will become a दुखी. You understood that? The language of differences, language of differentiation, language of separation. The mind projects those thoughts, and that's how we go on observing the people and try to divide only, try to separate only. You know, तू मैं करके अपने selfishness के लिए we do that. Then, as I told you, we become isolated. We get separated from people. We make a different aura of arrogance around us. Then nobody comes inside us chasing that aura, the negative aura. Nobody interested, is it not? And it's painful also. It is not required. It is not correct. What is the way then? The antidote of it? What? Don't worry about what you want, you are getting or not, objects or anything. Then only think and talk the language of oneness, language of unity, not a separation, but coming together. Try to be in that mood of coming together with people out of love. Don't get separated for ego, for any selfishness. You know, those were the days the wife husband never had that discussion to separate and fight. You know, nowadays they go, everything is. They just marry for physical attraction, or maybe for selfishness that he is rich or more salary, or she is educated, rich or more salary. Nowadays, इसी तरह तो फंसते हैं maximum. Thereafter, the language of separation. तू मैं करके. Language of division. They think in the mind, then they talk also. Is it not? Then your vehicle, my vehicle, your kitchen, my kitchen, your food, my food. Then two children and one, you take one, I take one. Then see the mind's disturbances in such people. Earlier ऐसा नहीं होता था. Whatever he says, she will agree for his sake. Not that what he says is right. So to whatever she says sometimes or the cooks, he will agree. Not that whether he likes or not, but he loves her. He wanted to be united with her, to be one with her. Because a wife and husband are gifts given by God to each other. Any relation for that matter. You and I also. You are God given gift to me. So I should always think and talk the language of unity only, oneness only. That's why every day I come and I salute you, I welcome you, I extend my gratitudes, I say let's study together. That is why you are able to listen regularly. If I talk language of separation and all, एक भी नहीं आएंगे, भाग जाएंगे सब. So be careful about the mind and its mischiefs. You know, with parents also. You know, for our selfishness, we think and talk of separation in such a way as if you want to be separated only from the father. We think, let him go to office fast. You understand? The mother also, let her go into the kitchen. I want nobody. That is selfishness, separation. So too, sister or brother, always on the TV with the remote, not giving me chance at all. Let them go quickly to college, I can watch. Or let me have a TV separate in my own room, so that I can see all stupid nonsense things which will destroy me. We are destroying ourselves by all this nonsense. Even this also we don't know that much beokufi we are in as youngsters. And then say future is destroyed and you blame government or the god or koi bhi available hai. How important is this thought? The mind's mischief of thoughts and speaking of language of differences, language of divisions, language of separations. No. The language and thoughts of oneness, unity, only we should have, being together. Oneness, unity, togetherness. That way think. And one of the beautiful ways, say anybody say anything, don't say, lekin, nahi, not. No, you say first yes. Like Krishna says to Arjuna in 7th chapter, yes, Arjuna, what you said is right. It is difficult to control mind. And then he gives his opinion. But if you have Abhyas and Vairagya, you can control it. Think about it every day. Anywhere we go with the boss, always thoughts of separation. Array, you are working together in same office, both are given salary by that, you cannot be separate. Then why you are staying as long as you're in the office? Then why maintain that thoughts of separation and all? He also thinks same. We are subordinates and all. काम नहीं सुनते करते नहीं. Never ever argue or fight or talk about second person to third. Sit together and sort out and unite. This simple solution we don't apply in today's Kali Yuga because we are egoistic. We say गड़बड़ करने फाइटिंग करने में मैं पहला रहता हूँ. But to compromise, why should I go? Let that person come. That fellow also thinks same. Therefore, with that fighting mood of separation for years together, we stay next to each other only. It should be other way around. For fighting, let that person come. I will not start. But to love or to forgive or to sort out the issue, I will take initiative. In this way, करने से ना, many of these separations, isolations, those things go away. And today, we are all suffering the isolation, separation, because we have lost the human touch. We are only addicted to all the jada vastus like TV and cell phone, in which hundred thousands of useless programs aimed at only destroying our mind. We are addicted to them. Am I speaking wrong or what? So. Exceptions are there. Good programs are there. Good people also are there. But most of us. So the mind's mischief of the language of division, separation, isolation. Okay. उसको छोड़ दो. Separate. Language of oneness, unison, togetherness. You will feel they. I want them. I want my friends. I want my parents. I want my sister. Your presence gives me joy. To make them be with you, then the language of oneness you talk. In doing so, we only conquer our negativities of selfishness, etc., ego, etc. Because to have somebody, you have to give up ego and selfishness. Not only that, buddy will be with you when you give up ego selfishness, even the Lord also loves to be with you. Because Bhagavan wants those who love Him, like we want those who love us. So when you have the language of love, oneness, togetherness, unity, भगवान को भी मजा आता है. He says welcome. Clear? This is a beautiful common sense thought for the day. Now let us go to our Bhagavad Gita, precise and short and sweet. And the summary of is what? Still so far, what we have seen in 7th chapter up to 13 shlokas. Bhagavan said, if you have asakti to me, you have shraddha to me, and you have ashraya to me, and you have controlled your mind as told in 6th chapter, then listen to me. What I am telling you about my own knowledge, which is very complete and doubtless. I tell you the knowledge about me, I tell you also the techniques means by which you can recognize me, in fact, become one with me. Now, are you ready? Yes. Because very many people are there, thousands, they don't know these secrets. Whoever have found it and got it, they really reached me. Having said so, Bhagavan told his apara prakriti, ashtadha, para prakriti, jiva bhuta. Then two things he said, ki with these two the whole world is made. Second point is, I am the one through them, I am managing the whole world. Who am I then? When the world is kept aside, I am that substratum which is one without second, called Sachidananda, where there is nothing higher than me, equal to me, lower than me. In more Vedantic term, I have no cause, nor I have caused anything. There is nothing equal to me other than me. Matta parataram means cause. Anyat means samana. Kinchit means effect. So I am that one without second thing, which is not an effect of a cause, which is not a cause and effect, which has infinitude. There is no thing other than me. These are all Vedantic way of talking on this shloka. Seventh shloka I am doing. So that's what Bhagavan told about himself. Okay. Thereafter, then Bhagavan said, I will give you tips to practice my presence. That's 14 things. And 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2. भगवान gave the sadhanas. रसोहम अपसु कौंतेय वहां से लेकर last one. 14 things he said. Then conclusion may what he said, this world is made up of the three gunas. And through three gunas, I alone therefore am permeating the entire world. Then came the important topic. Deluded by these three gunas, people are lost in them. They are not able to recognize me, which is their own self, which is hidden in their own heart, who is beyond all this Trigunatmaka Jagat. Therefore, they are suffering. That was the 13th sloka. त्रिभिर गुणमयैर भावैः एभिः सर्वमिदं जगद्मोहितं न अभिजानाति माम एभ्यः परम and avyayam. The me who is supreme beyond these three gunas, people are not able to recognize in their own heart, which gives liberation. All limitations go away after that. Why they are not able to do? Caught up in the three gunas. That getting caught up in three guna is caught up in Maya. Now comes the 14th chapter. How this Maya we have to come out. First, know to whom it belongs to. Second, know what it has got in it. Third, don't hate it or take it negatively. Four, then understand how to master it or get out of its clutches. First one, whose is this Maya Shakti? Mama, Bhagwan ka hai. Second, is that Maya very devilish always? No, Daivi. That's how all Devatas we worship, the feminine gods. They're all Shakti Swarupinis. Maya, Avyakta, Avyakruta, Shakti, Prakriti, all of them are synonymous. Okay? They all mean one thing only. Symbolized they are Radha, Krishna, Radha, Rukmini, Sita, Parvati, Lakshmi, Saraswati, Adivara Shakti, Lalita. All of that is the Mata Shakti only. Okay, this much you know now. Some more details are there. Some other time I talk. इतना काफी है वो जानने से. So this is दैवी. ये भगवान का है और ये डिवाइन है. Third one, what it contains. Three things are told for one word, Gunamayi. First is it has got three gunas. Sattvic, Rajasic, Tamasic. Second is what? If you wrongly relate with them, second meaning of guna is like a rope, it ties you or binds you. And when you are bound by a rope or a chain, there's no freedom. Nobody wants to be bound anywhere, no? So wrongly guided, wrongly related to these three gunas, the gunas become the rope and bind you. But rightly you contact them, then the third meaning of the guna is it is full of blessings to you. This gunamayi is a technical Sanskrita and all Indian languages way. जैसे कोई खीर बना के दिया, then having eaten that खीर we say gunamayi. सब गुण है इसमें, दोष नहीं है. Maya also gunamayi for those who know how to contact it. For those who don't know, it is guna is a rope. Actually, it has got three gunas. So, सत्व रजस तमो गुणों को गलत यूज तरह से you relate करोगे तो the three gunas only become the rope and bind you. Three gunas, if you know the art of rightly using, it makes life happy. It is gunamayi, sadgunamayi. So, what is the guna in the kheer? First of all, it is in very good hot condition. Second is the milk used is best quality. Sugar used is best quality. So then चावल का खीर हो या सेविया का हो, that is good quality. And proper ghee and good quality it is afford. It's called गुणमयी. Then कज्जू भी डाला है, बदाम भी डाला है, दूसरा में वो भी डाला है, सारे जो बीज डालते हैं. Then put it in good cup, in good quantity, with proper spoon. गुणमयी. In the same way, Maya is Gunamayi. Maya is Daivi. Maya belongs to Bhagavan. So don't separate Maya like we saw in common sense thought by only listening about Maya from the speakers. ये माया हमको फंसाती है, माया हमको बांधती है. अरे प्रभु माया नहीं है तो भगवान के पास हम कौन ले जाएगा हमको? गुरु के पास कौन ले जाएगा? शास्त्र कौन पढ़वाएगा? सत्कर्म कौन करवाएगा? पुण्य कर्म कौन करवाएगा? साधना कौन कराएगा? मोक्ष कौन दिलाएगा? गुणमयी. अंडरस्टूड. सो आवर गोल इज व्हाट नाउ? अर्लियर श्लोक में कहा कि रीचिंग द गॉड. Mam ebhya parama veyam. So, to reach to the God, inevitably, by purifying our attitude towards Maya, we have to transcend it. Usko par karna hai. That's what Bhagavan says in the second line. Mameva ye prapadyante maya metam taranti te. So, whoever do the prapatti, saranagati to me, they will be able to cross this Trigunatmika Maya. Okay. What is the result of going beyond the Maya is reaching to divinity. The divine experience is I am eternal, I am blissful, I am pure consciousness. There is nothing other than me to limit me, condition me, bind me, trouble me, take away anything from me, give me misery. As a कोई. That is the anubhuti about our own self when we go beyond Maya. That going beyond Maya, I cannot do because I don't have powers. But if I have the grace of God, I can cross. God's grace comes when we do prapatti or sharanagati. Is it clear? So we surrender to the God to go beyond the Maya so that we are one with the God, and as infinitely blissful He is, that bliss is ours. These things, as you grow in your age and you are interested and study deep Vedantic texts, each of the doubts whichever are coming to you, they'll be answered. Everything is answered. I can answer now, but then we are not seated for that scholarly study. Only we are here to know the literal meaning of these slokas, whatever the way they are useful for our own success as youngsters, for that little spiritual touch. This is what our purpose. I am not exhaustively telling you the Gita for what purpose Lord has given it to Arjuna. Highest I am not sharing, though it is in the mind. I am conscious, I am addressing the youth. What I speak to the serious, sincere speakers, listeners, sorry, seekers, through the help of the Adi Shankara Bhashyam on Gita, that's totally different. याद रख लेना. When you listen to the same sloka to other Mahatma, don't compare with him and say, दी स्वामी ने कुछ बोला नहीं मेरे बारे में. मैं ही बोल रहा हूँ ना, मैंने बोला नहीं. I am addressing only the youth. Anyway, my point is as you grow and are showing interest, then the meaning of divine experience, meaning of Satta, meaning of Chitta, meaning of Ananda, meaning of liberation, all that you will know. If you try it right now, also you can then come to all my other classes. In all those classes, this is what I talk throughout the day, 8, 9 classes. Clear? Now, so the point is one, what is the meaning of reaching the God having crossed Maya? That is said. Maya we cannot cross, only by God's grace we cross. That is the point. Grace will come only when we surrender to Him. Otherwise, what will happen? The Maya Gunamayi, He will bind us. Okay, if you misrelate it with it. If you are devoted to the Lord, Lord will give us those inner techniques by which properly we relate to the Maya. Same Maya instead of binding us, it starts becoming helping thing. Okay, each word you add, this Maya belongs to God, Mama, it is divine, it is Gunamayi, it will bind also, it is Gunamayi, it is good also, depending on how we relate. This is in general, in short, about Maya. About Maya, many texts have talked, hundreds of slokas that I am not explaining right now. Only this much said here, that much I am saying. Now, the most important point is to know the Lord. Knowing the Lord is obstructed by this Maya. So Maya has to be conquered by not our efforts, so only by surrendering to the Lord. So by surrendering to the Lord, we cross Maya to reach God. By surrendering to the Maya, we are lost in Maya, keeping ourselves from the God. Like when you surrender to your stupid friends, you are lost in their useless company and go away from your helping parents or gurus. So too, when you are surrendering to parents and guru, they not only protect you, they take you away from that bad company which destroys you otherwise. That's what in life we do here also. Now, all these things said now, the main thing we discuss now. What is the final thing? Only one thing left out now for our discussion. What is the meaning of surrender? मम माया एक्सप्लेन किया, गुणमयी एक्सप्लेन किया, दैवी किया है, दुरत्याय भी बताया है. Then mame vaye prapadyante, when they surrender to me, they will cross the maya. That also said. Now what is the meaning of surrender we have to do? Then two things I'll tell about it. Okay, before telling those two things from this shloka, again, as I discussed in our Telugu class half an hour back, the word eva, how beautiful it is put in this shloka. Using that word eva, how we can understand two, three things I will explain. Okay, what is the sentence? Mam eva ye prapadyante mayam etam taranti te. So the literal meaning is whoever surrender to me, they cross Maya. One by one meaning you see. When the word eva is put where it is. Mam eva. What is the meaning of mam eva prapadyanti means only to me when they surrender. The eva means only to me. Me means the Lord either Krishna or Rama, not to the ignorant people of this world. So eva means exclusively to the Lord. Second, prapadyante eva. Use the word eva after prapadyante. Means only when fully surrender, then you cross. Mam eva, only to me. Prapadyante eva, definitely completely you have to surrender. Third one is what? Taranti eva. Means what? When you are surrendering to God, definitely you will cross the Maya. Eva word three places used, then three insisting important meanings have come. Means only to the Lord, completely when you surrender, definitely you will cross Maya. So if you don't surrender to the Lord, somewhere else surrendered, you cannot cross Maya. Total surrender is not done, even though you have little faith in God, then also you will not cross Maya. Then, if not for crossing Maya, surrendering to the Lord for any other thing of the world will put you in Maya only again. You understand? Why we have to worship God? Only to transcend Maya. All of us worship God, not for the God, again for the things of the world, again to get caught up only. I'll tell you one rahasya with full confidence that you will never understand it. Impossible for you. I'll explain it in 3 4 steps. One, whatever we have, we are not satisfied with it. In all the things, we want something extra or improved edition. Point one. Two is what? Whatever we have is given to us by the Lord according to our own work and demand. Now, when we want the higher thing, as we worked for it, for that also we have to work. And it will definitely come. But just like with this thing I am not contented, with that also I will not be contented, again I will cry more. Why this is happening? Because what is to be wanted, we are not understanding. What is to be desired for? What is to be asked for? We are asking for temporary, changeable things which are leaving us and going. And we want permanent happiness from them. How can it come? Permanent happiness can come from the permanent thing. That is only God. You understand? So till one person turns towards the God as goal, he will never be happy in this world. That's it. And not trying to be with the God to be happy, trying to be happy in the world is called being caught up in Maya. Is it not? Somebody is not happy with wife. Arey, that wife came to you as you demanded only. Why you are not happy with her? Because the wife is not a stone or chair. She is a living being. She will change as the times change. And you also change. Somebody is unhappy with a car. Car cannot give the same mileage. Another new car comes, seeing that you feel disappointed with it. And torn होता है, wear and tear होता है. Then you are disappointed. Means whatever I desired, that I got. With that only again I get disturbed. Why all that? Because what I am desiring is wrong. This common sense, it never comes to us. That's why I said it is very difficult for you to understand. Whichever the place you are now, that is given to you as per your demand. Now you don't like it. You want something. Definitely that will come to you if you do something to get that, whatever is to be done. But that also will be same because there is either it is going to change or you are going to change or something better than that will be seen. Then you go for it. Then you go for it. So wherever you go, what makes you happy is happy, contented with whatever the things outside that are there. Then how to get that infinite happiness from the Lord? Therefore, you have to become spiritual only. Because Lord is changeless, eternal, immutable, birthless, deathless, infinite bliss. When you discover Him, there is happiness. That is why crossing Maya means crossing all the misunderstandings that in this world, by being in the Sattva Guna and Rajoguna, Tamoguna, of some knowledge of the some talents, some action done in some field, and getting some gross things, I can be permanently happy. This misunderstanding is Maya. Crossing that therefore means Mamevaya Prapadyante. The Prapatti here means what? Therefore, first meaning is seeking only the Lord is called Prapatti. Actually, anything other than the Lord is Maya. Therefore, by choice only you are entering into Maya. Okay, not asking the God is asking for Maya. When you ask Maya, you get that only. Asking the God is crossing the Maya, because when you are with God, Maya cannot touch you. These are all I am explaining to you with lot of questions and answers left. I know that. Hundreds of questions will come in your mind, but at least data I'm giving you. Ponder over it. You get all questions, get clarified from your any of the teachers, gurus, elders, or come to me sometime we discuss. So first prapatti or surrender to God is only seeking God. One way of saying. Second is what generally शरणागति का अर्थ होता है all our faculties, all our possessions, all our positions, totally giving it to the God only called surrender. Thus, never owning anything, including ourselves. The expression of this is what I told you 2 days back. It is in three forms. One, I don't ask anything from the Lord. Second, whatever He gives, with that I am happy. Third, whatever He tells me to do, only that I will do. Fourth, if He tells not to do this, I will not. This is called as surrender. I give you the example of doctor. When I want to be healthy with my disease, I have now suffering, go to doctor, surrender to doctor. Whatever medicine he gives, that you take. Whatever the other things he wants you to eat, eat. What he tells don't eat, don't eat. This surrender makes not the doctor but you healthy. In the same way, in surrendering to the Lord, when we be happy with whatever we are given by the Lord, one third of Maya is crossed. Do whatever the Lord says, pakka, second third of Maya is crossed. Don't do anything by your choice, which is not recommended by the Lord, prohibited by the Lord, one third of the Maya crossed. Think about it. Very good, no? These discussions. Intellect becomes little sharper, subtler. You are growing. This is called growth. Physical growth, you can see your height and your weight on the weighing machine. But the spiritual intellectual growth is only through the class. This is what the higher understandings you gain. That's the highest, real most growth it is, and it's possible only when you study Shastra, not otherwise. Shastra only. Because they are given by the authentic people with their experience in the interest of all of our growth only. They are not commercial books. They are not written by an ego for their own selfishness, with their own ignorance and no experience. Shastras are given by the experienced people of the moksha for the sake of everyone's moksha. Without any selfishness, they gave it. Therefore, the Shastras have power to empower with us with all matured knowledges. And knowledge is the only protector. Knowledge is only the savior. Knowledge only the solver and dissolver of all problems. Finally, knowledge alone gives us the ultimate moksha. That knowledge we are sharing in the class. This is not an object gross. It's an action physical. It's a knowledge in the intellect. So, three meanings of surrender I told you. The main fourth meaning, tomorrow I'll talk to you. What are the three meanings of surrender? One is only asking for the Lord, nothing else. Because anything other than God is Maya. Second meaning of surrender is offering everything to the Lord, including myself. Second surrender. Third is what? The expression of the surrender is whatever He gives, be happy, thankful to Him. Whatever He wants you to do, do exactly. Whatever He gives, be happy and thankful to Him is what? Don't demand or complain about whatever you have. Whether it's your parents or your property, your friends, relations, sisters, brothers, include your body, mind, etc. Be contented with that. One third Maya gone. Not contented, then you want more and more. So the more wanting more is Maya. Second is doing what he says. Because whatever he says is only for our interest. Keep doing that. What he says for us to do, it is given by Shastra and Guru. थोड़ा पढ़ो उनको, सुनो, वो बताते हैं हमको क्या करना, पक्का वही करो. There is joy. If you don't do that, then what he doesn't tell us to do, we do that. Then that is second Maya. Third one is what? Don't do what he says. What he says not to do, sorry. If he says not to do and that we do, again we enter into the soup, one third of the Maya. Again we invoke. There is a third meaning of surrender. Fourth meaning is technical. The 6 points of the Sharanagati, which are given to us by the elders. Tomorrow I'll spend some time for it. And thus, tomorrow definitely we'll conclude this shloka. If required, next shloka we'll go to. In next shloka ka aadhar kya hai? If somebody surrenders to you, then they cross Maya and reach you and become blissful. Why they are not surrendering? Why everyone is not surrendering? That question is raised. That answer is given. Beautiful. This travel of Bhagavad Gita, or any Shastra is so beautiful. You have to tune to a guru, your acharya, your speakers, and a text with love and devotion and being regular and sincere. There's a great revelation, joy. This joy is million times more than your joy of all indulgences in Rajoguna of enjoyment, Tamoguna of sleep. Because they are all slumberous, stuporous, making you sleep wale joys. This joy is awakening joy. ये आपको ना उत्थान करता है, उद्धार करता है, जागृत करता है. चुन लो, choose it and pass it on to your friends. Such a beautiful things we are discussing. We are in 7th chapter, 11 more we have to study, one more year. It will take slowly, steadily. So encourage all your friends, let them listen, forward this to them. Not one, not two, three things we are doing. Great texts like Bhaja Govindam we are studying. Wonderful common sense thoughts we are understanding every day. And what is greatest text Bhagavad Gita? Directly given by Bhagwan himself we are studying. इससे कीमती चीज क्या हो सकती है बताओ. Be regular, tell your friends, let more and more get benefit out of it. Thank you. Tomorrow we'll continue. Sri Bhagavan दैवी ह्येषा गुणमयी मम माया दुरत्यया मामेव ये प्रपद्यन्ते मायामेतां तरन्ति ते. भज गोविंदम. ब्यूटिफुल श्लोक. सुरमन्दिरतरुमूलनिवासः शय्याभूतलमजिनं वासः सर्वपरिग्रह भोगत्यागः कस्य सुखं न करोति विरागः. Common sense thought. Mind's mischief of thinking and talking, the language of separation, language of differences, language of differentiation. Change it by thinking and talking, the language of unison, language of oneness, language of togetherness. Thus, synergize with everyone and together eke out maximum result by taking the common projects and growing. Like when Devatas went to the Narayana Bhagwan and cried, like every time, millions of times it happened, कि these Rakshasas have taken away our kingdom and all, we are now bankrupt, please help. भगवान tells, यार every time तुम मेरे पास आते हो, मैं उनको पीटता हूँ, फिर तुमको राज्य देता हूँ, then you become bhogi, again they attack and take it away, again you come. Every time this fighting. This time I'm telling you some new project. What is it? Forget your differences. Work together by coming together. What to do, Lord? Do the mathanam, churning of Kshira Sagara, milky ocean. You get Amrutam. Then both of you share it and you will never die. Then you need not fight with each other. Together you work and bring Amrut. And really they worked together. Amrutam came also. But then the Lord knows, for the Rakshasas, if you give Amrutam, they will create more havoc. Therefore, in the interest of goodness, Bhagavan did not give that to them, he gave only to Devatas. That is later on in the interest of the goodness of world. In the interest of the goodness as well as the growth of the world, etc. Good things cannot be given to those bad people. है ना? राक्षस अपने आप ही इतने बलवान है, दे डू सो मच नेगेटिव. अगर उनको अमृत भी दे दिया तो, like all the criminals, terrorists, learning yoga asanas from Baba Ramdev ji, and becoming more healthy and destroying the country more. Narayana, Vichari doesn't do it for it. You know that? That's why I say, why should I ask for health and long life? Am I doing good work? Then only I should ask. If I'm not doing good work and sadhana, it is better me to die early. Why should I be liability and burden to the society? You understand the whole relation of it? So the whole thing came from Devatas, Rakshasas becoming one and churning the ocean for Amrita. That is to say, come together. Talk the language of oneness, unity. And again, we have to correct it. Add the correct thing is what? That oneness is for the noble purpose again. अगेन डोंट जॉइन सो हम 10 दोस्त मिलकर या कैसे रात को चोरियां करें या ऐसा वाला हम प्लान करें आपका क्या ओपिनियन है डंडा पड़ेगा for good projects only synergize and the same way at home for petty paltry things don't take the language of difference and slowly create difference that you don't even tolerate other each fellow then you leave the house and go if that nature you have nowhere you will gel हर जगह जलते रहोगे तो which is not a right way of mature living स्मॉल लिटिल थिंग कभी सैक्रिफाइस करो कभी कॉम्प्रोमाइज करो बट डोंट गिव अप योर नियर एंड डियर वंस लिविंग बीइंग्स आर इंपॉर्टेंट देन द नॉन लिविंग थिंग्स दैट्स अ कॉमन सेंस थॉट थैंक यू ओम दुर्जन सज्जनो भूयात् सज्जन शांति महाप्रयात् शांतो मुच्येत बंधेभ्यः मुक्तश्चान्यान् विमोचयेत् ओम असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतंगमय ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम ऑल गॉड ब्लेस श्री